So, do you remember that last time I told you the story of Siti Hajar, baby Ismaeel, and the well of Zamzam? Do you remember? And what happened? Allah told Prophet Ibrahim to bring his wife Hajar and baby Ismaeel to the desert, right? And remember, the desert was so empty. There were no trees, there were no people, there were no houses, there were no animals, there was nothing. There was even no water. Do you remember last time we did that? There was only two mountains, Safa and Marwa, and just the bare desert. Do you remember? And do you remember that Siti Hajar had some food and water with her, and she ate the food and she drank the water, and then it finished, right? And baby Ismaeel started crying. Do you remember that happened? And we said that Hajar went running between Safa and Marwa. How many times? Can you remember? 7 times, right? And then Allah sent Angel Jibreel, remember? And he helped Hajar find the well of Zamzam. Do you remember we said that in the last story? Yes, that was the story of how we found the well of Zamzam, right? So, today I'm going to tell you the next story. So, after Siti Hajar found the well of Zamzam, remember, lots of people started coming to Mecca to drink the water. Lots of people started to visit. And when they visited Siti Hajar at the well, the people asked her if they could stay. And people began to build their tents. Can you see the tents? And they begin to look after the desert and grow some plants. That's why we have trees. And they even started to have some animals. Maybe they had chickens, or they had goats, or maybe they had a cow, something like that. So this desert that was once bare and empty, with nothing there except for mountains Safa and Marwa, this desert now became a community, a city where people lived. And this was the city of Mecca. And they all lived around here near the well of Zamzam with Siti Hajar and baby Ismaeel. So baby Ismaeel grew up in this city called Mecca. And the people liked him very much because he was very cute. And he learnt their language, Arabic language. Prophet Ibrahim used to come on his camel all the way from his faraway home to Mecca to visit his wife Hajar and baby Ismaeel. He would visit them often, and then he would always go back to his other home. After some time, Prophet Ismaeel grew up, and he also became a man. So can you see here? This is Prophet Ismaeel. He's grown up now. He's become a man as well. So Prophet Ismaeel would wait for his father to come and visit him, and Prophet Ibrahim would come to visit Prophet Ismaeel very often. And Prophet Ibrahim would teach his son about Allah, about the religion of Islam, and about everything that his son needed to know to be a good Muslim man. And Prophet Ibrahim would go back, and Prophet Ismaeel would try his best to implement and do everything that his father taught him. One time, Prophet Ismaeel was sitting by the well of Zamzam, and he was fixing his arrows. Prophet Ibrahim came all the way from his far city to look for Prophet Ismaeel. Assalamu alaikum. Where is Ismaeel? He's sitting by the well of Zamzam. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, father. What are you doing? I'm fixing my arrows. Prophet Ibrahim told Prophet Ismaeel that Allah ordered him to do something. Son, Allah has commanded me to build him a house. Prophet Ismaeel replied, if Allah asked you to build him a house, then you must follow Allah's command and build him a house. Prophet Ibrahim replied, Allah has commanded that you build the house with me. Prophet Ismaeel said, then I shall surely build the house with you. Prophet Ibrahim was asked by Allah to build a house for Allah in Mecca. This house that they're building is a very special house. It's not like your house or my house. It's not like this school. This is the house of Allah that they're building. And Allah asked Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismaeel to build it together in Mecca. Allah showed Prophet Ibrahim the exact location to build the house. Remember, this is the house of Allah, so Allah knows the exact location where He wants it to be and how He wants it to be built. So, Allah told Prophet Ibrahim the place to build his house and how to build it. He asked them to build it from rocks from the mountains. Prophet Ismaeel helped his father by getting the rocks from the mountains. And Prophet Ibrahim helped lay the rocks down to start building the house of Allah. As they were building the house of Allah, Prophet Ibrahim kept reciting, O Allah, accept this service of us. Verily, you are the all-hearer, the all-knower. They kept reciting that all the time. O Allah, accept this service from us. Verily, you are the all-hearer, the all-knower. Prophet Ismaeel kept going to the mountains to get the rocks, and they worked very hard building the house of Allah, one rock at a time. After some time, the building got bigger. Prophet Ismaeel went to the mountain to get the last few blocks. Prophet Ibrahim wanted to put them on the top, but he couldn't reach. So, Prophet Ismaeel placed a rock for Prophet Ibrahim to stand on so that he could reach up and put the last rock at the top of the mountain. Allah told Prophet Ibrahim to purify and clean his house and prepare it for worshippers. Allah told Prophet Ismaeel and Prophet Ibrahim to walk around the house of Allah, and He asked them to prostrate and pray to the house of Allah. Once they finished building the Kaaba, Prophet Ismaeel and Prophet Ibrahim walked around saying, O Allah, accept this service of us. Verily, you are the all-hearer, the all-knower. Does anyone know what this house of Allah is called? Do you know what the name of the house of Allah is? The Kaaba. So they built the Kaaba, the house of Allah. Allah told Prophet Ibrahim to call and gather all his followers. So he called all the people to come. They all came to Prophet Ibrahim while he was standing by the Kaaba. And Prophet Ibrahim told them that Allah asked him to build this house for Allah. This is the Kaaba. This is a special place for worship. Prophet Ibrahim told his people that Allah has asked them to visit the Kaaba, to pray around the Kaaba, and to walk around the Kaaba. Allah asked them to make pilgrimage to the Kaaba. So everyone started walking around the Kaaba with Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismaeel. Everyone started walking around. Do you know which way you have to walk around the Kaaba? Anti-clockwise. I have to walk anti-clockwise around the Kaaba. So soon everybody was walking around the Kaaba and they were worshipping Allah at the Kaaba. Prophet Ibrahim also told the people that when they come to do pilgrimage to the Kaaba, they should come to Safa and Marwa, and they should run in between Safa and Marwa 7 times, just like Siti Hajar did on that day when she discovered the well of Zamzam. So, after some time, the city of Mecca became very, very busy. Lots of people from all over the Arabian Peninsula would come to Mecca to visit the Kaaba, to make pilgrimage to the Kaaba, and they would walk around the Kaaba just like Prophet Ibrahim asked them to do, and they would run between Safa and Marwa. And this pilgrimage is what we call Hajj. And even though this happened thousands and thousands of years ago, even till today, every single year in Dhul Hijjah, millions of people will go all the way to Mecca to visit the house of Allah. They will do tawaf and they'll walk around the house of Allah, and they'll walk between Safa and Marwa, and that's how we perform Hajj. But this story is telling you about the first time when the Kaaba was built, and the first time when Allah asked Prophet Ibrahim to tell his people to come to the Kaaba and walk around the Kaaba and between Safa and Marwa. So did you see how first this was an empty desert, but now, because Prophet Ibrahim followed exactly what Allah asked him to do, now this desert became beautiful and busy. And even till today, Mecca is a place that's full of people and it's very busy, and lots of people want to go and visit Mecca. And this story is really important. Do you know why? Because our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in Mecca. So now we know the story of how Mecca became a big city. So the next story I'm going to tell you about is going to be what happened in Mecca just before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born.